Hi, self. I want to pull from alignment and see what's all going on today. See what clarity spirit has for me. Just see what's all going on. See what enlightenment we got. What else I want to say? I want to say something else. Oh, we have just entered into Aquarius season. I want to keep saying it. I always do that. It's probably because they literally go hand to hand. We are in Aries season, fire season, but it does complement what Aquarius energy, air. But we are second day into Aries season, which I'm excited by. I got my clear stone on for that also, which that's why I always get those two confused sometimes. It's so intriguing. And for me, Aries is creativity and pleasure for me in my birth chart alert. Which is just great, definitely when it comes to creativity for me and my pleasure. My pleasure is my creativity. So I'm really excited by that, how Spirit is going to be operating with me in that form. First day, my brother pulled through on me, his energy. That's just such an intriguing energy just because I literally forget my brother is on the eternal side. Like, I really be forgetting that energy of it. That's just what I meant. Like, I just said it in a different form, but it's the same form. Definitely when I already know naturally guides me. Like, we not separated. I actually was talking to my person about that last night. I was telling him how I love him so much. Like I told you like 59 times a day that I love you. But it's just like, if you get tired of telling the person you love them, you never loved them. Or if you fall in love with them, you never was in love with them. That's an intriguing energy. It's the same aspect when they go to the eternal side. Nothing changed. We still be doing this, but the way he pulled through yesterday was like, whoa. I was like, oh Jesus, intriguing. Hi. But she just been showing me how he been guiding me. It's so lovely how much guidance I got on the eternal side. But specifically, my brother pulled through on me yesterday. It was so great, honestly. It was really great. But I believe he's in a new form now. He has a new form. He's in a form. He has a shield, which is so great. Which he definitely deserves that for sure. Just by the last life he was in. That's the best part about that, intriguing. Like how in one life you can go through a difficult life and your next life is like literally your best life. Or better than, the one that you just lived. I actually was watching a movie. I'm gonna get into the cards, but I actually watched 2 movies yesterday. That's like an unusual behavior for me sometimes. But they both complemented each other. One was Fallen, movie with Denzel in it. But it was showing like the spiritual energy and like how they operate. Definitely in a way where, for me specifically, I can't remember. I think it was like beginning of this year. We are in March now. I want to say that was February energy. Maybe it might have been last month. There's been so much going on, so I'm just gonna flow. And how a spirit is like in the middle, like it's an above energy, which is like the higher gods, almost like the definition of where they say Lucifer fell from heaven, like the higher realms. Then down here is like in the Lucifer territory. But you in the middle energy. Something about that fallen energy reminded me of that. Just because they can't actually get a shield. They have to use other people to operate. Just how like they operate with me sometimes. And I recognize it in other people. I recognize when spirit is in other people. It was such an intriguing energy. They worked off a touch concept. Like it was one scene where it's still falling. I was like, am I mixing it with deja vu? Even though deja vu is the same form. That's the intriguing part. But that energy was a little different. But I say it's the same part just because it reminded me of a COVID energy for us that we just went through in 2019 where they said don't touch. It's a reason why. It's spirit operated. It can literally operate through people just through touch. It was intriguing. It was hell of intriguing to me, honestly. But that concept, that song, time is on my side. Yes, it is. And that's literally why. Because don't need a shield. Can use other people's shield. That's why we say we are a vehicle for spirit. That's why I wouldn't just bedazzle mine. I wouldn't polish myself up real nice. I keep my temple very nice. Spirit, you always welcomed in this. Spirit, you always welcome in this. I always keep it right. It's important. It's comfortable. It's luxury and comfort at the same time. That's the spirit tell me. But it's comfort and luxury at the same time. But I forget what I was about to say. I got a little flattery on myself. Ay. But don't actually need a shield. Well, I finished even explaining that. The scene. Or it was a lady who recognized it. Like, I think it was within her family concept. But she never spoke about it. But she was outside and she was running. But the spirit literally was chasing her. But it kept having to touch other people like to keep up with her. That was the intriguing part about that energy. Something about that is so important. I have no clue at the moment, honestly. But I know that's literally how spirit been operating. Maybe not through a touch, but literally operating through other people. I recognize all the time I've been speaking on it for so long, because I like that's literally how spirit be operating. But I didn't know it was in the form where they was looked at as a demon from just the movie concept. And they couldn't get a shield, like a human form. So they have to use other people's form to operate. I was like, how intriguing. And something intriguing, I have to look more into this, honestly. Because somewhere in the concept in the movie, they were talking. And he was asking, like, what do they want? And they wanted to, like, the end society, I believe. And the end, they wanted the fall of Bethlehem. I have to learn more about the Bethlehem concept, honestly. Because that's an important energy. Because it almost reminds me of a same-sex energy, honestly. Just by even how it reflects. Like, I think I mentioned that energy. Something about somebody had died. And then a couple of days later, the same death happened. It's something about that energy. Oh my God, it's hard to explain this energy at the moment. It's like a new awareness to me, but I understand all the pieces to it. It's literally a chain to the rhythm energy where you will start displaying it. They probably get the same result. I got so much to talk about intriguingly on a Sunday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. I was born on a Sunday. So I love giving myself shout outs on Sunday just because. I don't give myself shout outs quite often, but literally, I was born on a Sunday. I came in a human form on a Sunday. I was born at 9:08 at night, which is a teaching of affinity, here and after energy. It's like so destined to be great. So I had to give myself a shout out just because it's my day. But another aspect of what I want to talk about, you just want to give yourself shout outs. I do. I feel great today. The weather is so great today too. It's supposed to be like 84 degrees. 84 degrees. Like that is hell of intriguing. Because then it's going to drop down like to the 40s. But it's great. You know, it's really, really great. It's like one of those aspects, because that's something I heard since I moved to Ohio, Columbus. I always lived in Ohio. Well, I was born in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, but I resided in Ohio for a while. Majority of my time on this planet. But they always be like, the weather here is so bipolar, you know. That's how life is. Life is literally like that. The weather is just lifing, okay? That's the intriguing part. Yeah, that's the extra intriguing part, because the weather really just be life in it. What's that saying? One moment you could be up, next minute you can just be in between, or it's just super low, who knows? Me, I'm just elevator up. Oh my God, speaking of that, When was that? Was that recently? I don't know, but even with me just saying that and what I just sat there and said, it reminded me of when I went to Kings Island with my son, and he wanted, for his birthday, he wanted to go to Kings Island. And I got on this roller coaster that he wanted to get on. This was the first roller coaster he wanted to get on. And it was a tower concept. And it was the most terrifyingest ride I ever been on in my life. It was the most terrifyingest ride I ever been on in my life. At first it seemed okay. It seemed, from looking at it, it seemed like a simple concept. You know, just get on up and fall down. It seemed simple until I got on it and it started going up. I was smiling, you know, oh, this is lovely. Then I got too high. And I literally wanted to get off, but it was too high. And then it just kept going up. Got like to the top, which was devastating because by that time, like once I like realized I wanted to get off, that level where I wanted to get off, I just closed my eyes and just, oh shit, you know, we're just gonna just, this is a dream status. But once it got to the top, it stopped. I opened my eyes. I seen how high I was. It was ridiculous. It shook, and then it just fell. I was in full-blown tears. That was the most devastating fucking roller coaster ever. It was devastating, honestly. Devastating roller coaster. I ain't gonna lie. That roller coaster tower is horrible. Just like in the cars in Turo, when they speak of a tower, it's quick too, and it's all bad. In the perspective form. In that one, it was bad. I was in full-blown tears. I was terrified. And I knew I wanted to get off from the jump. But I was up too high. You know what I'm gonna tell? Jesus, Allah, higher, any higher ascended at this time, I don't give a fuck. Somebody come and get me and help me. At this point, I don't give a fuck. Somebody, a higher ascendant, come get me. And I went straight to the message too. Oh, I'm going straight to the message. I played too much, but seriously, that's the energy I was in, thinking about that. But for me, I feel like even if I do get a tower moment, you know, because I did just say, and I gave an example, and the example was horrible. Because my elevator is going up for sure. But mine is more like a wheel of fortune. Like it's almost like a merry-go-round, but outside the merry-go-round, if that makes sense. That's an intriguing energy. Even how I'm back praying to Allah, honestly. It's like going back to where I started. That was my starting point, praying to Allah. That was the intriguing part when that energy caused a lot of problems within my actual growing up structure because they didn't follow that energy. Or didn't believe in that energy. Or they just thought that energy was for a certain area of people. That's when I lost it. I was just like, what? Wisdom is for everybody. Knowledge is for everybody. The footerities. Segregation business. That's intriguing. Definitely when... let's see. I'm still working on my energy when it comes to people of darker complexions. And how... things that they don't like, they naturally display. Like they didn't like segregated business, you know, they didn't like feeling like they weren't allowed to do certain things because they were a certain color, but they treat each other amongst that same way. But that's an intriguing energy. That's what it reminds me of, honestly. Like, the fuck? That day and age is over. Drink from whatever fucking fountain you want to drink from. Go to whatever restroom you want to go to. Shop wherever the fuck you want to shop at. You know, that's the intriguing energy that drives me crazy. One of the reasons why I voted for Trump. We gonna make this place great again because it can be. It is an obvious energy. No matter time or space. Lighthouse vibes. That's just what I mean. That's funny. No matter space or time, lighthouse vibes. Concentrate on maintaining a sense of purpose. And the arrow is going up, maintaining, staying up. Elevator go up. That's so funny that I said that too. And it's a lighthouse vibe. Just like the actual tower. This energy literally concentrate on maintaining a sense of purpose. But the arrow is literally going up. Maintaining on concentrate. If I read it backwards, it's maintaining on concentrate. Keep elevating. That's intriguing. Even if you do fall, it's still a sense of purpose. That's like a whole lesson, honestly. I feel like that was a lesson. What I explained had to been a lesson. This energy, focus on the elevating. Maintaining. And it's two blind spots. Got 2 blind spots. Mastery. Ooh, mastery. That's always great. Elevator goes to the lighthouse. You're naturally gonna shine. Speaking of Sunday energy, you naturally gonna shine just like the sun. It is bright and it is heated up. I'm off to the light energy for extra short. Mastery. That's so perfect. You can't help but don't want help. And it's going with mastery. Probably this lighthouse vibe. You have enters, but can't help but don't want help. I'm just literally imagining this energy like a lighthouse and somebody coming to the lighthouse and you get them information. They're just like, they just don't believe it, or I don't know how to explain it. I'm really imagining it in my head. It's like, why did you come to the lighthouse then for? Why are you praying for? Why are you seeking? That's another intriguing energy. I can understand this on a different energy. Now I'm hitting different frequency energy. You don't have an answer for this? Maintain a sense of purpose, your sense of purpose on a lesson. If you ain't never, had a hard time accepting help. I have. I'm still actually working on it, honestly. Trying to give an example because I know I've experienced this energy. Even just asking for help, going through difficult times and having a hard time asking for help. Just because people like to pull that, you wouldn't have been able to do this, or if it wasn't for me, and it's just like, you did it because you could. I didn't force you to do it. I don't like that type of an energy where it's just like, I owe you. It's just like, you did it because you wanted to. I always give credit, to people who helped me, but it's just like, I don't owe you. If I already didn't have it, I'm not operating off of I owe you. I never had it to even give it back to you, and you knew that. Once I get to elevated, I give credit on the way, but I'm not backtracking to, oh, I owe you. Like, I don't like that energy, honestly. But I'm still working on it, because I realize it don't matter. It don't matter. Ask for help. Receive help. Be okay with helping help. Because normally the help always comes from me from energies I don't expect. Which I've been saying that for the longest. That's the main thing that's been driving me crazy. Is where I get my help from. My help don't normally come from like the holiest of the holiest. They normally come from the addicts, like an addict in some type of a drug form, thieves, liars. Those are the normal ones that help me intrinsically. And I normally wouldn't expect those energies to help me, because it's like, actually, I doesn't even say that. Like, it just surprised me. Just like, I thought birds of a feather flock together. If that makes sense, so I do have times where I tell fibs. I lie sometimes. I do. I don't always do it. I try not to, honestly, but I do sometimes, honestly. But I do not freaking steal. I don't cheat. And it's like I try not to be around some of the energies. I personally try not to be. But it's just like, well, you have one thing you do wrong, so that's probably why. My holiest of the holiest, I know that they be lying, stealing, and everything too. I feel like we're not going to point fingers today, but it's like, I know they do. Just like, actually, this is the energy I'm actually in right now, because I've actually been smoking cigarettes. I've been enjoying smoking cigarettes. I actually got the Marlboro Reds right now. I've been working off the Marlboro Golds 100s for St. Patty's energy. The gold, the treasure concept. Since we started every season, I went and got the red pack for fire. And even with that energy, it seemed like a blood base, like a DNA form. Like, cause the first day was the first day or second day, my brother pulled through on me, intriguingly. That was the extra intriguing part of that energy. Kind of forgot what I was about to say. Oh, back smoking cigarettes. And my person's been telling me, like, I don't like that you smoke, people around can see that you smoke, and, it's just like, why are you worried about what the hell they worried about? You know I smoke. You know I come in here and clean my goddamn self up. Like, I'm not a fucking dirty person, but I bet you that observer don't go and brush their motherfucking teeth or freshen themselves up. But they so busy to point a fucking finger at me enjoying my cigarette, at least going and polishing myself the fuck up. Like, I just think it's intriguing when people just observe things and it's just like, why they in my business? If they want to help, I need help financially. You can go fund me, something of that nature. But worried about while I'm smoking a cigarette, because I do eternal work. And I just feel like having a good time and relaxing. But it's just like, that's an intriguing energy where it's just like, you actually don't mind that I'm smoking a cigarette. Like, you don't really like it, but you don't mind it. You know I fucking smoke. But you so worried about what other people think. Like, that shit bothers me. Because it's just like, if they actually was to observe, they'd be like, damn, I need to take notes. I probably should go buy me some goddamn Listerine, I'm just saying, like, my mind is drifting, but you can't help what don't want help. Mastery. I feel like it just drifted. Ways to speak to yourself. That's definitely that energy right at the top. Ways to speak to yourself. I say go get some motherfucking love. I say go get some motherfucking Listerine. Go get some Listerine. Just keep it tidy. That's the main thing. I forgot about this part. It's the main part when it comes to that. Is that I'm a female smoking. And it's just like, you guys think y'all the only ones that can fucking smoke? Like, the fuck? I'm a whole boss within my motherfucking self. I'm definitely smoking. Move over. Like, that's the whole part that I'm a female, that I shouldn't be smoking because I'm a female. I ain't supposed to be working either, huh? I'm a female. I play too much, Jesus. But seriously, that was the main reason other. They see you smoking. You're a female, you're not supposed to be smoking. That segregated energy, that stereotype energy, get to driving me crazy. I tell you no lie. I'm 1,000% sure that I'm fresher than the majority of these goddamn guys. You best to fucking believe it. And drink water too. Positive note, drink water. And get some Listerine for sure, for real, no joke. But intriguingly, I've been actually enjoying the smell of cigarettes. Isn't that the intriguing part? I still like go and like put my little, it came out again. Ways to speak to yourself. Came out again. Lighthouse vibes. And compatibility would be the most important factor. Compatibility. Definitely with going up. Just not to fall like that. Falling with me almost is doing the energy that I'm just doing, but it's serious. When you're a lighthouse, you just gotta express. Maybe other people feel this way too. That's how I said, like a moth to the light. Like, I understand that they come right to it. But in a different energy, when it's not compatibility, it could just fall. Just like, somewhere here's a card to actually say that. What does it say? Chaos is the best education. Chaos and something else. I can't remember exactly what it was. It's the best education. Like learning. Like, it was a chaos and what else? Misunderstandings is the best education. You're learning. It seemed like I'm over here just arguing or something, but it's really not. It's my perspective. That somebody probably didn't have that perspective. They had a total different perspective. But when I say my perspective, it might be a clearer understanding. If that makes sense. Cigarettes gonna kill you. I do spiritual work. I do spiritual work. I already am tapped in with the eternal side. I'm already at the destination. That's the intriguingest part, honestly. And I know there's other side effects that, oh, look who it is too. All seeing loves you. All seeing loves you. All seeing loves you. Because there's so many ways, you know. Like I gave it, drink water, you know, flush it right on out your system. Like I've been on piss.com mode, so just flush it right on out. Work out, you know, some way to balance it out. Eat healthier, you know. Like, when you know better, you can do better. And that's where I'm at with this energy, honestly. I know how to do better. I know how to balance it very well. Because I am it. I'm already at the destination and I'm physically still here. Like, creative thinker. Ooh. Not sure, forgot, or if just felt had. Not sure, forgot, or if just felt had to move on like it was a dream. What the energy go with? Let me get this one. I grabbed this one because it was flipped over on a blind spot. Like, this not sure, if forgot, or just had to move on like it was a dream. Guess what came out? Just what I was talking about and I couldn't remember. Mistakes. It was mistakes. I put misunderstandings. Mistakes and conflict are often the best education. Mistakes and conflicts are often the best education. That is funny that came out. That is hella funny. And that goes with that. Not sure if forgot or just had to move on like it was a dream. It's probably in the conflict. Conflicts normally make people separate. Just because normally, as I said, misunderstanding. That's probably the feeling spot. It was a misunderstanding that caused separation. That's the intriguing part. And there's a mistake. Did you make a mistake? But I feel like this is conflict. It could be in the mistake area. But it made a separation. That was definitely that tower. Shoop! Fall real quick. Mastery. What universal law supporting this energy? Conflict. The law of gender. There's a lot that fell. Let me grab the one that fell up where I can see who it is. Who is it? The law of cause and effect. Not spoke on this energy, but in the law of placement, the law of relativity, and the law of energy. Law of placement been on it for sure. That's the key. Is the placement. The law of relativity and the law of energy. The law of cause and effect and the law of gender. I need to lay these out really quick. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 too, halfway. Ah! Perfect. Law of placement, guess what? Lighthouse vibes. Ha 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 ha. Law of energy, all-seeing concept. It could be in a love base too. Energy could be, you be thriving off love in an energy form. Then we got the law of gender and the law of cause and effect. Oh, there's two right here. I didn't even see it. I didn't look at these two. Two blind spots. Oh, actually, it's not a blind spot. It's just, it's not a blind spot. It's just complementing it. Because it literally was like stuck together, like where it's like that way you can't see it and this way you can't see it. But if you look like that, success will flow to you. Success will flow to you. People can only meet, that is a different one. People can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves. Success will flow to you. That's just like what I said. It's going with the law of placement and lighthouse vibes. A moth to the light. I have to learn some lessons first. That's so great. This makes me happy just because moving forward, you know, as long as I stay maintaining, I'm going to meet the energies that I need. Success will flow to you. People can only meet you as deeply if they met themselves. And that makes me happy because I feel like I've been through a good amount of lessons where it's just like, I will meet the right people, the right frequencies, you know? That makes me so happy. What house in astrology is supporting? What house in astrology is supporting? 12th house? Maybe the 3rd house stuff, like it's communication. Just how I started off. I was like, we are in Aquarius season. I did a hell of a rewind. It's Aries. I always get those two mixed up in Trigon of Lid. Probably because it's the same to me. Fire and air, it's the same. At least how I can recognize it spiritually, what the spiritual meaning to me is of it. 8th house, that's funny, 8th house and 4th house. I'm gonna keep shuffling, let it come out. It's an infinite energy and your structure or structure. So I'm just wait for it to come out. My story, 7th house is oneness. That's just what I mean. Clarity, thank you. And it landed on my lap too. 7th house. That's exactly why. That's so perfect. In oneness, people can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves. Success will flow to you. That is so perfect. That's perfect. In every form of a way. I need to see where we at on this path. Where am I at on the path? You guys, I'll get to you guys later. Where am I at on this path? I play too much. Where are we at? For my people to find me, where are we at? Pardon me, Jesus Christ. That's a prime example right there. What? People can only meet you deeply as they met themselves. Me, I have to literally just check myself. How your people gonna meet you if you thinking that you just on a path solo? How they gonna flow to you? Get myself chuggles. Excuse me. Pardon me. Question mark. Oh, questions. Who got questions? Questions. Alright, on this path. Questions. That's funny because I literally, where are we at on the path? I normally would have started off with the path, but I didn't. I went straight to the message. Where are we at on the path? This portal catching my attention too. Who are you? Come here. Where are we? Right thought. Nice. What's your emotions? What are your emotions? How you feeling? Is really, really important. But thoughts for sure. You might be expressive like me. Because on this card, it's a lot of emotions on here. And it's, I feel the need to say, what is your emotions today? You should feel really good. But this is a sad energy that's catching my attention. Somebody's sad. You can't help what don't want help. That does cause sad energy, honestly. That it really does. I've learned that lesson, even with my own child, honestly. Even though that seemed like a misunderstanding also, I learned later. It's intriguing how people help you and you don't understand. It's amazing how people help you and you don't understand that they're helping you. Until like maybe years later, almost like the energy that drives me crazy when it's just like, they'd be like, give me my flowers now. Don't wait till like I'm in the grave. You know, people bring you flowers, they show up to your funeral. But it's just like, where was you? I mean, just thinking about the funeral made me think about how people get bonded out of jail. That's the same doggone energy that drives me crazy. Like, how you didn't have this money for me outside of this, but as soon as I get in jail, you got all this money to come up with to give to somebody else. It's not even going to me. To get me out of jail for a peekaboo of a moment. That reminds me of funeral energy. And how people be like, give me my flowers while I'm here. Not when I'm fucking too late, metaphorically. I miss you and I love you. Start telling you all the great things about yourself that they loved so much but had a hard time showing you and expressing to you. Ah, Jesus. Now, where are we headed on this path? It's a green base too, which is growth. Concentrate. Oh, thank you, Jesus. That's such clarity. It's concentration. You're headed to right concentration. In the first message that came out, or at least close to this, who was the first one? I think, no, the second message that came out. But concentrate on maintaining a sense of purpose. And the arrow was facing up as to concentrate. No, the arrow facing up, maintaining on concentrate. You have to maintain on concentrating. That's where your mind is headed to on the path. That's perfect. If it's a green base, it's growth for sure. Just like these roads on the card. Just keep going. That's great. That's really great. Who at the bottom of the deck? Question marks. It's question marks. The one that I seen, question marks. A lot of questions gonna be coming up. You have questions now, even how I did. Like, where are we at on the path? Your thoughts. It was meant for you to express your thoughts. What's your emotions? And then you headed to right concentration. Once you figure out your thoughts, and then you're gonna run right back into questions. But it's like, it seems like this is how I said about the weather. Life just be life in it. One moment to this, you know, if I got it all figured out, but I'm back to questions again. That's an intriguing energy, honestly. It's beautiful, but now that's a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Probably am I on the right track? Should I go this way? That's normally my questions, you know. Do I need to be still today? Do I need to be patient? Should I go that way? Those are normally my questions, honestly. And a lot of times, definitely lately, Spirit just, I can't say lately, I've been on Thrive mode. Like, I already pretty much got the week scheduled, at least up to Tuesday. I did it yesterday, and I did it quickly. I'm really good at that. That's one of the things that normally get me in trouble, because it's a step-by-step process. Like, normally I would just share it all the same day and then move on to something else. And it's just like, if I'm working with others, they gonna get confused. Because I be dipping. Like, I'm already, if I can move fast as I want to, like even how I'm at now, I did the week already. Probably hop right in. I already did April. I did April energy already too. I did the Easter hunt already. You know, go finding all my little eggs. March, not March. We in March now. May, probably hop into May. I just get to moving really quickly. And then, you know, I harvest off myself. I do it. It's just spirit and then letting me know. Enjoy the process, ma'am. Enjoy the moments. That's why a lot of time I gotta be still, because I already did it. You gotta let certain things play out where success literally flows to me. And I already have the pieces. I just need chain connect, if that makes sense. I know we're in Aries season. I want to say I said it right this time, but I want to see what zodiac is supporting this energy. At the top, we already got Cancer, and at the bottom, we got Capricorn. How's supporting this energy? Concentration. Jewelry by law of relativity and mastery. His strength is going to be the law of relativity and mastery. Only focusing on what's important. This is, you won't, even though I got my clear stone on. Do you know what to pay attention to and what not to? This literally do feel like an unbothered energy. It's intriguing to be within that energy. Actually, it's really not, honestly. I want to say and express in the form of feeling unbothered, you know, because you just, you know, I'm supposed to be going straight, you know. Whether you got your people with you now, or you going to run into them, or they're going to run into you, however it go. But have questions at the same time. Because this is life, honestly. Like, the human mind always is going, which is good. It's almost, it's like the phones. You see how they update the phone so often. That's literally how I operate too. That's the funny part. That's the part that normally gets me in trouble. You are moving too quickly. That's the intriguing part about this energy, is because I literally do it for myself. I started doing it for myself. I started in a journal. I would literally just write my emotions down without the cards or nothing. I just would write down what spirit is telling me, what I'm feeling. And I literally would see it display out. Whether that day or I go back and I read something like, oh my God, this just happened. Like, I literally just would write it down. I had tons of journals. Then I got introduced to social media, and I just started sharing on social media. I got a platform, this extra space, I'm putting it here. I'm putting it here. Like, that's the intriguing part about this journey. And I was like, I never really thought of doing it for others. I share because I know that people can relate to it, because I see how it displayed. But I literally do it for me. That's the intriguing part of this energy. It's like a lighthouse realizing, oh, I'm a lighthouse. That's the funny part, because they even came out lighthouse vibes. And even with me saying it in a real true statement, like, I just started sharing it just because I see that it always displays out to be true. I just got really creative with it, how I express and share, other than just, these are all words. This is the same form of how I started, just in the card form. Mastery. But now I can use music and images, the weather, like even a minute I'm gonna share a word search concept. I work off words too, obviously. Journal style, books, anything in the word form. Which has been one of my problems for the longest, honestly. Definitely in school. Seemed like I couldn't read, honestly. I'm not saying I'm the best reader. I can read. I love to read. That's the funny part. I really do love to read. It's just the way spirit operates with me be so intriguing. Like it could be like a whole paragraph like this. This is like a paragraph. But I only would need like the first sentence, maybe, or like just one word or the last sentence. And it completes the whole paragraph. Or like the whole book or whatever it is. One page, first line. All I need. That's an intriguing energy, honestly, of how I operate. It has been beneficial with me learning that, but before I knew, the spiritual part, if our spirit just get right to it, what the world? Ma'am, did you just say you couldn't read? That's not what I said. I said it seemed like I could not. If you know me, I love a book. I'm somewhere, normally always reading a book. I thought of going to the library and getting me a book. I want some books like in the, can't think of their name right now. They normally walk off like a lore concept. It's like an elephant. Just the energy where they pray to like elephants and things like that. And it's normally in the, can't think of what to say. Or the ones that got like a lot of arms. I want to learn more about that energy, honestly, because that energy has been helping me a lot also. Been coming through a good amount. Just turn on probably that same type of energy. It's just I don't know too much about that energy metaphorically. It's just been on my mind lately, and I want to learn more about the type of energy. It just really do make sense. Like you pray into an elephant. Elephants are wise. Maybe like I said, elephant in the room. Hello, lighthouse. So it makes sense. It's just I wasn't sure if the library was gonna have that type of stuff that I went to. But I'm gonna go back and look and see what they got. Because last time I went in there looking for something like that, they sent me to the Christian side. I'm just like, no, this ain't what I mean. But I did enjoy that book. I went and got a Blessed Mode and You Will Find Your People. Those was the last two books I read. That was last year. I ended last year reading those two books. Blessed Mode and You Will Find Your People. Which those were good books, but I'm looking for a different type of spiritual base of energy. Oh, yeah, baby. Guess who came out? Guess who supported this energy? I want to say not surprising. Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Sagittarius and Cancer. Fire. And it's not surprising. I actually just recently changed on my phone to Sagittarius energy. Because I naturally work off this energy very good. And it's a fire energy other than Aries energy. Nothing wrong with that energy. It's just when you have arrogant, cocky in the building, / darling on top of that, this one don't play. And it's the arrow. It's an arrow. This is light and dark. Light and dark. The moon. Who's the other ruling planet? The moon and Jupiter. That's a hell of a combo right there. That's a great combo right there. Of supporting this energy. Sagittarius and Cancer, ruling planet Jupiter, and the moon. That's answers in the dark. That's arrogant and bold. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm always right. I gave an example of that too. This one right here. This one right here. It's a whole paragraph, but this arrogant one is just like, what? I only need that first sentence. And it's whoever that person is like, what? That's the misunderstanding. That's the conflict. Very intriguing. Put the period before the sentence and then read it backwards. And then sometimes break the words off. Don't need all that to get to what the fucking main thing is. First to the destination. You don't need all that to get to the destination. Very intriguing. I feel like I want to give an example, but this one does this behavior for sure. So arrow can get right to it. And it's in the dark. That is so great. And that's funny. Here, personality for Sagittarius, it says, which is the first line, always in the right place at the right time. Lady Luck. Law of placement for sure. For sure. You know what Cancer up here talking about? You creatively overcome obstacles and courageously you easily overcome obstacles. Where was I? You easily overcome obstacles. Hold on, I gotta go back to where I was at. While embodying the very nature of caution in the action you take. Your position is flattering, and you enjoy positioning yourself in the location you feel suits you best at any given time. That is great. And this is all based off law of placement for sure. I won't say it's supported by law of relativity, but definitely with this understanding, you place yourself in locations that suit you best. You know where you would thrive at. That is so perfect. Very, very perfect. And this is enters in the dark. This enters in the dark. You creatively overcome obstacles while embodying the very nature of caution in your actions you take. Your position is flattering, and you enjoy positioning yourself in the location you feel suits you best at any given time. That's how you operate in the dark. That's very perfect. But it goes back to what I was explaining about how spirit is operating through other people. That's an intriguing energy, honestly. I hope it makes sense, but that's spirit all day. That reminds me of a Ghost Rider energy. Just how I sat there and I was going to say attempted, or I explained as to the movie I watched, Fallen. And I was explaining about the ones that couldn't get a human form and how they needed to touch to be able to operate. They needed to use other people's form to operate because they didn't have their own personal body. And that's the intriguing thing, just like the scene in that movie where a guy started singing a song and he didn't remember singing it. Spirit used his body just for a quick second. For a couple of seconds, he sung a little good amount of words, but just for not that long. It helped right into the next energy. Well, next form anyway, not next energy, pardon me. Next person's form. And then that person didn't remember doing it either. They didn't remember that they did it, which always shows it wasn't them. That's the intriguing part of this energy. That's a very intriguing energy. That feels like the same exact thing. That arrow is touching you, but it really might not be touching you, just operating through you. Which that makes a lot of freaking sense, honestly. Of even how I'm able to go get clarity from other people who have the same interests as me. I mean, we're operating off the same spirit. That's a beautiful energy. That's why I love spirituality, because they always get the job done. They always get the job done. I want to see what highlights we got for this lighthouse vibe. And law of placement and the law of energy. And that came out quickly. The 5 of Wands is at the bottom. What is this? 2 of Wands. Here and after energy for sure. I'm gonna get this out the book. I think I'll just, yeah, I'm gonna get out the book. This is the same energy too. Both, it's two different energies, like a yin and yang, but they looking just alike. That's an important energy. It's probably manifested a balance. I see strength. Hi, strength. Hey, hangman. Look at that tower. Oh, it's got with judgment too. I said, oh, it come with judgment too. A card of planning and decision making. You're at a crossroad, weighing your options for the future. This card urges you to take control, explore new horizons, and strategize your next steps with foresight and vision. I like that. And I like that because that's where your focus is headed to, is concentration. I'll read that again. A card of planning and decision making. You're at a crossroad. You're at a crossroads, weighing your options for the future. This card urges you to take control, explore new horizons, and strategize your next steps with foresight and vision. That is so perfect. This is like literally taking, because these are the same. That's why you're going to run into your people. This is a balance. I gotta sneeze. Oh, gracias. Ah, jeez. Just sneeze. But this is the same energy. Where is that card at? That's so perfect. I'm happy I looked in the book for that. Because this energy already catching my attention. You can't help what don't want help. It won't balance out. This is a balanced out energy. That's why your decision making. Moving forward, where is that card at? My cards got a little. People can only meet you deeply as they met themselves. It's balanced. That is so perfect. That's perfect. Oh, one more for this All-Seeing, because I put the book on there. Or should I use the book? I use the book. Sword. Oh, it's a sword. You need some rest? Get you some rest, please. That's an intriguing energy. I actually just told my person this. Because I swear he a person who don't believe in sleep. He don't believe in sleep. He a working bee. A worker bee, for sure, which is great. It's just, and the other aspect is not. This is a sword also. And the first word on there was rest. You need to rest. But he actually got like some time to rest just yesterday, which was so great, honestly. Just because it backfires later. Like, thriving right now, but as you get older, it's gonna backfire. Like, health gonna go bad. And it's his mind. He's gonna lose his goddamn memory. Won't be able to function right. Because he overdoing his body. But, you know, maybe some things people have to live out to really believe what the hell you're saying, you know, or to understand what you're saying. Ah, my Jesus. The Four of Swords encourages taking a break to recover, mentally and emotionally. It is a time for reflection and healing after a period of stress or struggle. Give yourself the space to recharge before moving forward. Just what I meant in saying. You won't even be able to be balanced like this if you are tired. Painful justice, because sometimes people, that's his main thing. And even myself personally, you know, that's why he's my person, because I can understand him. You know, it's like, hello, mirror. Needing to do what I have to do within the spiritual journey or focusing on money. What people saying I should be doing. Even though this is the money. This is long term. It makes the most sense. his aspect, he'd rather be working than resting. Not realizing long-termly it's going to backfire on his mental. That's the intriguing part. It's painful justice. How mine's backfire? I'm already living it at the moment. But I still say it's great. It's just... That's the intriguing thing about... Because I haven't asked my person this recently. I don't know if he like enjoy having this person like actually just thrive off from being home, you know. And it's just like another flip aspect, you know, because this is money. But it's like literally, the only thing that you're worried about is the money concept. If I hit the lottery, would it be more better? Like, would it be the difference? I have all the money. Like, what's the problem? Like, it's an intriguing energy, honestly. When people feel like you should be doing way more, like your job is too damn simple. Even though he said he want me to have the best job, what's better than this, you know? Just saying, it's just... That's so funny that actually came out, too. Encouraging taking a break to recover mentally, emotionally. It is a time to reflect and heal after a period of stress and struggle. Give yourself space to recover before moving forward. Sound like that's why it's a mirror. That's why it's a mirror. Even for myself, I'm ready to get back to work. I've been applying, which I feel like I'm gonna get back to work soon. I feel like my alignment is gonna be coming for me, which is great. But just going through a miscarriage and things like that, like I really got to be able to heal, which is so great, honestly. So that's like, that's why it's a mirror. I understand. It's just, even from the jump, I'm still going to work, bleeding through my goddamn clothes. Like, go home and relax. You need to heal. This money will always be here, ma'am. And it'll only get better. It'll always be here and it'll always get better. Like, that's, I want to say racing to get to nowhere, because it's like, you can't even take it with you. You know, I feel like a Drake song, like, put my money in the grave with me. I'm taking it with me. I ain't leaving it for nobody. I play too much. That's the funny thing about it, because metaphorically, I really don't. I have a child, but that's the thing about inheriting things. Like, will they take the same delicate care of this? You know, like, I was like, I don't have no kids, leave it to, you know, it's just me. Put it in the grave with me. I play too much. As he get older, he definitely will appreciate it, honestly. I know he will. It's just... I'm going to keep going because my mind is drifting, but it's a true statement. And here go the cups, too. Speaking of cups, harmony, partnership, respect in a relationship. That's great. That's really great. Often indicating romance, but it could also represent friendship or collaboration. It is a time of unity, balance, mental understanding between two people. Once again, it's balance. That's so great. This is the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. That's perfect. Speaking of cups, harmony and partnership. Harmony and partnership. Could be dealing with a relationship, it said, or a friendship or collaboration. This balance is coming in that form for sure. Relationship, let's say romance, friendship, or collaboration, where it's balanced. That's really great. Another aspect, do rest. Get you some rest. Allow yourself to heal. And that's funny because speaking of like a grand rising, this also on the other side, like, do rest. The day of rest, rest. Get you some rest. This is just a Sunday energy, but this is a timeless reading, so never know when it's going to display, but it's definitely encouraging you to get you some rest for sure. Because the results of you not, it's going to backfire in not a good way. That was a sword. That's painful justice. That's literally like that tower that I was, that's like that tower. You're going up and up and up and up, and then shoop, it just fall. I was wondering why I gave that example. Like, hold on. that makes sense now. If you don't get your rest. Which I understand this energy. I went through a time in my life. It was intriguing energy. I don't know if it's even one of the same, but it's making me think about it. Honestly. Actually, again, I've been through so much, Jesus. I'm trying to think, what example can I give? You got so many. Once when I didn't have nowhere to go and I just was walking around, and I was like, now on that level of, you in the universe hands, get you some rest. I was like, I'm not sleeping outside, so I'll walk around all doggone day. And I got so tired one time, but I still was out trying to handle business. I couldn't remember nothing. Like, I went into the BMV. I think I got like a new ID, and I didn't pay. I like totally left out. Then she had to call me back in there. Then I did something else. I left back out without even getting it. Like, it was just like, what am I doing? It was so intriguing, honestly. Because that was the energy of me literally just on. Spirit got the will. My body is just here, but spirit got the will. It seems simple as I'm explaining it right now, but like literally within the moment, it was like, what the fuck? It's the energy of like when you operate off no sleep. So that's what I'm getting at. If you're a person who like literally haven't operated without sleep, you might understand this energy. Because it was literally operating off no sleep. And it was intriguing, honestly. There was another example I gave before, but that was a little different. I honestly don't know what that was about other than like, I swear I wasn't that sleepy, but my body had tendencies to shut down on its own. And it happened to me one time when I was driving, honestly. Like my body, I fell asleep while I was driving, and I woke up, which I guess, I know how to drive, it's just, something about that energy was so intriguing because I swear I was not that sleepy. It's just, I fell asleep, and then I woke up, I realized like, like I was driving still straight and stuff, and then I fell asleep again. And that's literally like my body just power itself off. That is an intriguing energy, honestly. I made it home safe and everything, It is why you don't drive. I know how to drive. I got way better with my driving skills, honestly. I came a long way. That's where I really have. Last time, I even do it with the person that I'm with now. I be driving for him. Because I'm so in sync with everything that's around me. Like, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Even that situation, something was going on as to why that happened. At the moment, I honestly don't know. Probably something within what I said already, but just how I operate now, I know everything that's about to happen on the road. Like my ex, well, not my ex, but somebody I used to date, to my friend now, Donald, he'd be like, quit driving, let me drive. I can't help it, I'm just so in sync with everything. I can't help it, I'm so in sync with everything. But that's been the energy. Have a great day.